Taking on risks and opportunities in your career as an engineer can be the ticket to dynamic leadership, but there are a couple things that have to happen in order for you to capitalize on. In this week's Engineering Management Lessons video, I have with me Kevin Lewis. Kevin is a young dynamic engineer. He's also the CEO and president of Henderson Engineers. And Kevin, you're going to share a story from your career that was a big kind of growth or transition point related to seizing opportunities. Please share away.
That's a fantastic question. Leadership and growth to me are almost always based on situations where there's a little bit of pressure. And I love to say pressure is a privilege. And within this role, right, I constantly remind myself of that. But I can distinctly remember one time in my career where my manager had an Achilles tendon accident, right? And basically said, "Hey, Kev," and this was when I was pretty young and kind of a new engineer, "Need you to lead the team. I need you to handle all these different projects." And I remember one night writing this individual an email and saying, "Hey, I don't think I'm up for the challenge. The weight of all this is literally crushing me." And I remember him responding at the time and saying, "Hey, trust in yourself. You've got this, right? You can absolutely do it." Sometimes it takes a little bit of reinforcement from those that you really trust. And I remember that night talking to my wife and saying, "Hey, I'm going to have to hunker down for a little bit, but I think I can get through this period." And when I came out the other side about 3 months later, I felt like I was a way better leader. So that pressure, right, really helped me focus on what I needed to achieve and accomplish and the work that I was trying to do with others. And even at the time, it was really painful and I was unsure of myself. I think it really honed and sharpened some of those skills I use today.
That's awesome. And I think kind of like the two lessons there is, I think the pressure, there can be healthy pressure and healthy stress on you, right? As long as you embrace it. But I think also the second big takeaway there is your supervisor at the time had to give you that push to be able to embrace it. So I think that's a thing for all of us to remember when we're in the leadership position, that there might be people on our team that are like, "I don't know if I can do this. You're giving me a lot. I'm, taking a lot here." And you may not have been able to do it if that person didn't kind of say, "Hey, listen, trust in yourself, gather yourself. You can do this. I'm here to support you," et cetera. So I think it's kind of like two lessons out of that.
Yeah, 100%. And you're correct. Recognition is really important. Always take time to say thank you to those that you're working with. They're doing great work. They're under the same stress, pressure that the rest of us are. Recognition is important to a lot of people and they deserve it. I hope you enjoyed Kevin's message. It's an awesome one, right? You got to seize opportunities, but as a leader, you need to inspire your people to be able to seize them and run with them. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel here. We put out videos like this on a weekly basis to help engineers become better managers and leaders. I'll see you next week.